Whoa. All right, guys, today is it is March 30th, and the New York Yankees just finished sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers. How sweet it is to be swept by you. The Yankees amongst a lot of controversy because the ball was flying in the Bronx this weekend. Balls are flying all over the place. Torpedo bats. People are upset. You're cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. Be mad because I'm glad. Chris and I will discuss that and more on the Pinstripe Strong podcast.
Let's do it.
Skibbity bo. Drop that beat. Drop that beat. Come on now. Damn. Woo. Come on now. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. It's Pinstripe Strong. What you gonna do with the Pinstripe Strong? Wearing pinstripe thongs. All right, let's go. I am JoezMcfly. I am joined here by my great friend,
Chris McFly. What's good, peoples?
We had a Pinstripe Strong podcast. We're gonna go ahead and discuss not only what's gone on with the Yankees, not only what's happened this weekend, how great it is to have baseball back, but we're going to discuss the controversy, the Torpedo bats, Boone's lineups. Every day, people say, I don't know about that lineup. That's not conventional. We'll talk about all that stuff. Chris, how you doing, man? How was your opening weekend, actually?
Opening day, it was pretty good. I did have it in the background because, we got to pay bills and be responsible with all this adult stuff, so I had to work.
I see.
But it was compared to all three games, it was the most modest game. It was really calm and straight to the point. Rodon obviously opened up the season for the Yankees. Did pretty well, and we'll get into it. But overall, man, it was good. It was a good weekend, a great series for the Yankees. Exactly how you want to begin the season after how last year ended. Not so long ago. It was like, what, 5 months, 6 months?
It feels like a short off season, but a long one at the same time, my friends.
Yeah. Exactly, but all good. We actually got some good weather yesterday too.
Oh
like
man, it was perfect, bro.
Yeah, it was beautiful. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great, man. I went to the first game of the season, and that was yesterday, and that felt good.
Your first game of the season?
Yeah, my first game of the season was yesterday, and that was good. And it felt awesome just being in the ballpark again. It felt great just hearing everything, and I ate some ballpark food, and it gets kind of hard. Like, it's a blessing that people know, I guess, who I am sometimes just like, dude, I want to watch a ball game, dog. Just let me watch. Like I get it, picture, but I'm here to watch the game, dog. I'm here to watch the Yanks, man. And that sometimes it can get a little much. You know what I mean?
Is that why you wasn't at your seat? Like some of the videos.
It took me so long to get back because one, that, and two, I wanted to go grab something to eat real quick, Chris, so I could come back to my seat. I don't want to miss the action. Hello, Yankees had a whole bunch of mojo going offensively, dog. I wanted to get back to my seat. And I'm just like, I couldn't get back. The lines was kind of long. And I'm like, oh, man, this sucks. Anyway, whatever. Let's get into the games. Great series here for the Yanks. Great stuff. I'm very excited. Are you ready for game one?
We ready.
All right. What?
We are ready.
You ready? Okay.
We're ready.
Okay, this is why the music was so loud. I was wondering why the music was so freaking loud. Let's go. Oh, oops. Okay, that's nice in the background. All right, let's talk about game one. Yankees were talking about the lineup came out. And Austin Wells was leading off, man. People were talking about it. They're like, oh, man, this shit, what are they doing, man? They need speed at the top of the up. Psych, my man pops it out. That's a solo homer to start it out for the Yanks to give them an immediate lead, 1-0. Yankees put up a 0. Rodon is starting this game, and he's doing a great job at doing it, keeping his emotions in check and under control. The second inning, Volpe comes up and big fly to right center field. That's 2-0 for Volpe. Yo, Yankees are doing awesome there, and then, whatever. Milwaukee got to score some runs, I guess. They score some runs. We'll talk about that in the entire series and whatnot, but it just felt like they never really had a chance because Rodon had them in check the entire time. Great shit the whole time, and I felt, Chris, that Rodon had plenty of opportunities to give it up, and he didn't, and that's something to be said about that. I feel like the man's growing, and I love that, and we need that. So, some good stuff.
I think he hid all his emotions in the new beard.
Yes,
that he has.
That's good. And that's something to get used to, man. Seeing the pinstripes for the first time with the beards on the field at Yankee Stadium, it felt foreign, but it felt right. And if the Yankees are going to be hitting like this, do it. Keep it up.
Like, he's the only starter that got into the 6th inning.
Yep.
7 Ks, only allowed 1 homer.
Yep.
But hey, listen, man. Like we keep saying, when Cole went down last season, Rodon was the one to pick the starters up. And right now he's going to have to do it for the whole season. If the organization entrusted him with, to be the ace after they spent over 200 mil.
Oh yeah.
For Max Fried, then that's what he's going to do. And I think the beard makes him look like,
good stuff.
Me, big. Yeah.
Judge doubled in another run later on. Bellinger had a sac fly. It was 4-1. Let's go ahead. Let's shut him down. Shiny new toy. Devin Williams coming out. Oh boy. This is crazy. Couldn't locate too much. It looked like he was tipping pitches. I was a little afraid. And guess what? Our pitching coach came out there, let him know, hey, you might be tipping pitches, dog. And he kind of rectified it. They only got 1 run. Devin Williams gets his first save of the season. Welcome to the Yankees. And the Yankees win opening day 4-2. Great stuff.
He did not break, but he bend a little bit. Pause.
Hey yo.
Airbender.
Yeah,
out of the 3 games in the series, this was like, it was fun because it's, opening day, but it was the offensively boring game.
Yes. I mean, it was cool because it's like, the Yankees are just doing enough what they need to do to win. I mean, if the other team doesn't score, it's none of my business.
Exactly. But other than that, besides the Airbender, Tim Hill did his thing. Leiter Jr., Weaver, first appearance, 2 Ks. Yeah, man, the bullpen was nails outside of the shaky 9th, but great Yankee win. You know what I mean? Got the win out of the way, the first win of the season.
Good stuff.
I like it.
Good stuff. Anything from this game stood out to you?
No, I really like that Wells and Volpe hit a home run.
Yes.
And with all the talk and catchers never let off in the lineup and stuff like that, to get all of that stuff out the way. I like that, man.
Spoiler for you guys: Yankees would homer in every game this series. All right. Good W for Rodon. Good stuff, Bob. All right, let's go to game. Yankees had an off day on Friday, which is still weird for me because after all that hype from opening day, and then you got no game today. So
yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like it. I understand it, but I don't like it. By the way, guys, if you guys are just joining us for the first time, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hello. I'm supposed to pick a winner today as to see who actually is going to be winning the MLB The Show game that I'm giving away. So make sure you guys comment, do all of that. And, hey, we're back on podcasts again, so leave a 5-star review.
Please.
It's been a while since we read one on here, right? We'll read the 5-star reviews if you guys leave them. So we'll go ahead and do that. How much does a hot dog cost at Yankee Stadium? I think it's like $8, but buy a kid's hot dog because I think it's the same size as the regular one, unless you buy a foot-long. Pause. We'll talk about the calls later on because Dave Sims had his first call, and I thought he sounded great. You know, this is the post-John Sterling era, and it's just what it is, dog. Like,
I bet they did not expect 9 home runs.
Yeah, well, Susan says something about that, which is funny.
Yeah, she did.
Kind of hating. Susan was good with that. All right, let's see. You ready for game 2?
Let's do game 2.
All right. This is a lot, Chris.
It is a lot.
It's a lot. All right. All right. Okay. Game 2. Yankees score 20. I mean, we're going to go over the runs. But they scored 20. It started with, once again, the leadoff batter. This is I think the first time in a long time, or in ever, that the Yankees had both leadoff hitters homer. Not a conventional leadoff hitter in Paul Goldschmidt, who is normally a middle-of-the-order bat. Homered off of Nestor Cortez coming back to the stadium. He homers, puts one over the left center field fence. Then Cody Bellinger, next pitch, bam! That's out of here, right over the right center field fence. And that one was smashed 451 feet off of Bellinger's bat. Judge comes up, and at that point, I'm in the stands like, I'm not sitting down. They just got 2 homers on 2 pitches. No way, Judge does it again, right? Yup! Judge does it again. MVP do MVP things. Homers, Judge homers to left field, and everybody's up for grabs. It felt like a playoff game. 468 feet would have been gone out of every single stadium. Hey, you know what? They get 2 outs. They're thinking that they're out of it or whatnot. They're like, okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Nestor's like, I just gave up 3. Austin Wells comes up and says, hello, I am here. And he gives up another homer to Nestor Cortez. This one to left center field. Opposite field went the lefty young catcher for the Yanks. That was 372. Good job. Yankees weren't done, though, Chris, because the bottom of the second inning, Volpe homers. Okay? Now, I want to put this up here because while the Yankees put up 4, Milwaukee did put up 3 on a whole bunch of errors and like weird stuff, and we're thinking, oh man, what's going on? I almost got mad in this game. I almost got mad in this game. More on the errors a little later, but I almost got really upset as the Yankees, while they put up 4, they gave up 4, and I'm pissed. I'm upset. But Volpe puts the game almost into Lavra territory after he gets a 3-run bomb, bro. A clutch 3-run homer where he brings in Judge and Jazz. And great job, man. Just when you thought that you can't rub salt on the wound, Bellinger singles, brings in another guy. That's the 8th run. Judge is up. Bases are drunk. Bases loaded. Home run. Oh, that's a grand slam pop. That's a grand slam. 12-3, and we're laughing. Everybody's drunk. I love it. I love it. Jazz right after says, hey, don't forget about me. He pimps and aura farms the shit out of his homer, and I love that. That's 13-3. There's a lot of runs to go around. I'm not even going to mention Milwaukee's anymore. They're done. Cody, sac fly in the 4th inning. Judge, another homer, 16-4. Oh, my God. Are they done? It doesn't matter. Milwaukee scored some runs. It doesn't really matter anymore. They did score 9 runs, putting that out there. Bellinger had another RBI single, 17-6. Judge with a double to right field. I thought that was the 3rd, the 4th homer, Chris. 4 homer games are things you don't see too much, and I thought I seen one in witness history. I wanted that so bad. It didn't go. The short porch didn't short porch. It was only a double for Judge. 18-6. At that point, then Peraza comes in. He's like, hey, don't forget about me. 20. He puts up a 2-run homer as well. Judge did have he had an opportunity to come up for another home run. He would fly out to left field like on a line after facing the immoral Bowers, who apparently nobody can hit. That's the only pitcher that the Yankees could not hit, which was the position player. Great job. Judge dominated on this day. His line was drunk. 4 for 6, 8 RBI. But don't forget about Bellinger, who went 3 for 5, 4 ribeyes, and Volpe, who went 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBI as well. Chris, great shit. Fried, his debut was a little weird. 4 2/3,
shaky.
7 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned. So that means errors. 2 walks. I thought the pen was good for the Yanks, except for Carrasco, who just came in to, for some reason, be a piñata and gave up 3 runs. But I don't understand what happened with the defense, Chris. What happened there? Yankees win this game, by the way, 20-9. 5 errors, though.
Yeah, the defense was a little weird. I don't know what happened there.
I didn't want to talk about the defense yesterday, but I'll talk about it today.
Yeah, I think like the Volpe throw and Goldie, Pablo Reyes, he was like, that was an adventure in third base.
Goldie's had some weird plays around the first base bag from the pitcher, feeding it. I think in the first game he did not feed it to Rodon. Rodon slipped, and then that's
that Rodon.
Right, you remember that?
Yeah, I thought his shoulder was his elbow.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? He was just embarrassed.
Yeah, he was embarrassed. He kind of like missed the plate. That's what happened. But yeah, the defense kind of like betrayed Max Fried. They got to clean that up for sure. I don't think they're gonna play Pablo Reyes at third anymore.
Bro, Pablo Reyes is horrible, and the only mistake. Okay, I don't want to talk about Boone's lineups, right? The only mistake that I feel like Boone made was playing, and I understood why he played Pablo Reyes. The lefty's out there, and boy, did they destroyed the lefty. And Nestor Cortez, who, by the way, wasn't even in the clubhouse for post-game interview. He just bounced. I think the Yankees need to believe in Peraza a little bit more. The boy got hands, Chris. He could put the bat on the ball. We seen that.
He showed it. He showed it.
2-run homer. He has good defense, good defensive hands at third base. He could play it. He could play the position against lefties. Why not?
I think so. I think he should be given a chance. I thought he was going to be in the lineup today after that home run. Like he smacked the shit out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just think it's hilarious that there was so many people online. They were like pissed off with the lineup, like what's going on,
right,
and stuff like that. But to come out and make history, like not so long after, I think that's insane. 9
homers, Chris. The Yankees had 9 homers, tied. I mean, they made Yankees history. They did. I think the most that was scored in a game that was hit in a game in terms of homers was 10. That is the major league record. Yankees were 1 off of that, and Judge almost got it to right field. And that's interesting. The offense was awesome to watch.
It was amazing. I mean, they made some crazy things happen. Like the first time in MLB history with home run on the first 3 pitches of the game.
I think that was the greatest. That might have been one of the greatest regular season games offensively that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And we saw A-Rod's game.
Yeah, and I seen a 22-run game. I did see a 22-run game before, so it's higher. But this is different because there's so many balls flying out of the ballparks. And, this is the game where the Torpedo stuff happened, and we'll talk about that during Dugout Debates, which is next after we finish recapping the games. But, anything else stood out in this game? These errors were
there was this is the first time in team history with back-to-back-to-back home runs to start the game. And don't forget, Goldie, former MVP. Yep. Cody, former MVP. Judge, current MVP. The third time in MLB history with 1 through 6 batters, all hitting home runs in the same game. 9 home runs today, which is a franchise single game record. And then 11 home runs in the first 2 games, which is a MLB record, man. Awesome. And for Judge, I mean, we already went over the numbers, man.
What do you have, 20 total bases?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
insane. 3 home runs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, what can you say? I saw a tweet that said Soto 1 home run, Judge no home runs after the first game.
No need to talk about Soto anymore.
I just think it was funny because that Twitter page that says like before events happen or whatever. Yeah,
she could just give a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. She said, "Next hot dog is on me."
Shout out to Chico Gomez.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. W. Yeah. So very good game. Great game to go to. And you know what? Run through the tape. I think a lot of the problems, not last year, but a lot of the problems in recent years were, one, the Yankees did not blow games away that they probably should have sometimes, and they did here in this series, which is cool to watch because it's stress-free games, right? Not like the 2021 Yankees, the cardiac Yankees. We know what they were about. They were like, hey, this is your one run, dog. Figure it out.
Figure it out, Cole.
Figure it out. So, yeah. So it was good to see that. And the Yankees in some other years, they also did not sweep teams. So there's an opportunity. Hey, you know what? Show that you have a chip on your shoulder, Yanks. You're upset. Now let's play clean games, but let's get to game 3, Chris. You ready?
Definitely. But before you do that, we saw Judge and the team with suits before the game.
He did. Good.
Yeah, they're all business, man. Game 3, let's go.
All right. Game 3. Great stuff. Now, before anything, Chris, we had Stroman, who, by the way, Stroman was not even, like, people were looking to trade him now because of injuries and situations. He has found himself in a place where now he's the 3 starter for the New York Yankees. Good or bad, I don't know. Here we go. Sal Frelick starts off the game with an RBI single, and hey, 1-0. But you know what? It's the Yankees. We're in Yankee Stadium, and the ball's flying out of the ballpark. You know, it is what it is. We like this because, Judge, we got number 99 coming up for the Yanks. He hits a 2-run homer because Goldschmidt was on base getting, he got a base hit. What did he get to start out the game? A double? Single. Start out the game. Judge got a 2-run homer, brought him in, and that's 2-1 New York. Just like that, Yankees would not look back again. Milwaukee wasn't done, though. Like, they were still fighting, trying to stay in this game, except for Ben Rice in the bottom of the second inning, just strikes from Rice Aroni. He is Dominican, guys, in case you guys do not know. That's 3-1. Second homer of the game for the Yanks. Are we doing the same thing that we did yesterday? I don't know. Jazz says yes. Bottom of the third inning, that's a 2-run homer. You walk, Judge, you gotta pay, Jazz. That's a 2-run homer. It's 5-1 New York. Let's go. And if Jazz can make them pay the toll, I like that. Let's go. Jake Bauers, who is their best pitcher, he homers, making it 5-3. That's a 2-run homer. I'm almost upset. It is now a game. Yankees use the wild pitch. Before that, Stroman leaves the game after not working out of the 5th inning. He's a little upset because the ball goes to left field to Jason Dominguez that he doesn't field, but he takes a cautious route too to make sure that it doesn't become more than what it is. Anyway, Stroman's line is 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Gave up the 1 homer. I thought he pitched well. More on that in a second, but it's fine, because the Yanks would score more runs because that's just what they do. Hey, why not put pressure on them? We got ducks on the pond, and people are on base, and they're scoring on wild pitches. I love that. 6-3 Yanks. Austin Wells grounds out and brings in Jazz Chisholm, and that's 7-3. Paul Goldschmidt singles because that's all he does is hit, and people put too much dirt on his grave way too early. It is 8-3. Bellinger with a sac fly is underrated. 9-3. Jazz Chisholm, cherry on top with a homer that he wills it to be fair and makes it 12-3 New York. Another laugher. Let's go. The bullpen from Tim Hill, who was awesome. The bullpen was spectacular. Leiter Jr., Fernando Cruz came out there, did good. Yarborough, great. Bullpen shut down, no runs. Let's go. Good night, the lights. It is a sweep, Chris. The New York Yankees sweep the Milwaukee Brewers.
That they did, and they just continue the offensive barrage, man. I love that. It's funny because in seasons past, we would be like, oh, the Yankees, we went for 20 runs. Next game, they're going to get shut out, score 1 run or 2 runs. And they were like, nah, we're going to keep this party going. We're ready. We got our torpedo bats. You know what I mean?
And not apologizing for it.
Yeah, it's legal, guys. You could do it too. But yeah, I love what I saw. There was a dope fire play from Volpe, defensive play.
Oh yeah, right up the middle.
Yeah, right up the middle.
Hot shot.
Glove in the air. I had to clip that up and post it on Pinstripe Strong. Follow Pinstripe Strong on the IG and Twitter
and TikTok
and TikTok. You know what I mean? Facebook too. But yeah, they didn't. Whatever happened last night, they continued today. They were kind of scared of Judge. They had to walk mans, but then, you know what I mean? You got to feed Jazz.
You got to pay the toll.
Yeah, you got to feed Jazz,
You got to pay the toll, dog. Jazz had an amazing line in this game, Chris. I mean, there's not many of them, but in the many days that you have this, but when you go 3 for 4 with 5 RBI right behind Judge, I'd say that's a productive day.
That's very productive.
I love that. That's good. 3 for 5, man. That's 3 for 4. Sorry, with 5 RBI. I love that, man. I love that.
Yeah, we wanted. There was definitely untapped potential from Jazz. I'm glad that we made that move. There was some stories that came out, from his time in Florida, with the Marlins. But he came over here to the Bronx. Like, yo, be yourself. You know what I mean? One pieced up.
One pieced up.
Yeah, one pieced up. New bat, new life, new flow, new vibes, and you get 5 RBIs, man.
That's good. Good stuff.
I love that.
Nice. Good series. Yankees sweep. That's awesome. They score almost like 50 runs. I don't know how many. What was it? 12, 4, 12, 20, 16, 20.
That's 36?
Yeah. 36
runs.
6 runs in 3 games.
36 runs.
And they got an off day now.
Yeah, no, they got an off day. I think they're like the 3rd team in all time to score 36 runs.
Keep it going. And Milwaukee's not a bad team. Milwaukee was in the playoffs last year. Milwaukee's a very good team. So, and you've seen them offensively, they didn't go away this series. So, the Yankees beat them. So that's it. Time for some dugout debates. Chris, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. We got some news though before you.
Yeah. Well, yes. Before that, we'll just explain what it is. We'll just talk about what the biggest topic or topics are. It could be anything from calling up certain people, or we should play people, or controversial decisions, or the torpedo bats that we'll talk about. But Chris got some news, some Yankee news.
We got some updates real quick. The news. Let me see. Where is it? So Stanton. We got some news on Stanton.
Oh, we do? What's up?
Yeah, so he has begun swinging the bat. He's responding well to the treatment after being shut down with tennis elbow and both elbows. Now they don't have a time frame for when he can start swinging bats, but he's progressing. Hamilton Wednesday, he's going to have a Wednesday appearance with the Red Riders.
Okay,
so he's on the way back. Schmidt, he pitched off the mound. He's going to pitch off the mound tomorrow. And he could join the Yankees mid-April.
Okay. I always thought that he was just going to miss just one start with the off days that they have, and it's going to end up feeling like he just missed one start.
Yeah, very possibly. And actually, we do have a Stanton update. He has begun swinging in the cage.
Oh, excellent.
Not just dry. So.
Oh. But he's still. I feel like he's still some time away though.
Yeah, he's some time away because if Ben Rice keeps swinging like he did today, we're gonna be good. He smacked the shit out that ball.
He did. He's hitting the ball very hard.
Arroz con pollo.
Love that.
Arroz con pollo. But that's the news.
That's the news. There's nothing on the. No, we don't have any other pitchers out except for Clark Schmidt. No, nothing on Heel yet, right?
Nothing on Heel yet.
Okay, and all right, so we'll keep tabs on that. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about these torpedo bats, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
People are up, and some people are up in arms because they are ignorant. They just don't understand what's happening. But Yankees, after game 2, it was unveiled, or during game 2, Michael Kay pointed out that the Yankees are using a new kind of bat. They actually promoted a guy from MIT, a genius, that said, you know what, we're going to move the barrel of the bat a little bit better and make it more efficient and tailor it to your swing to make it more toward the label, so that when you do, put the bat on the ball, it can be able to go places, and it's a lot more customizable. We've seen this in golf for many years where people did customize it. Trevor Plouffe came out and he said, bro, we've been talking about bat tech forever. Why we don't have it yet? Like, everybody, and I think even Paul O'Neill or something like that said, for many years it was just you pick up the bat and just say, this feels good. Now they have ways and technology to be able to find out with your swing path what is the best way to distribute the barrel of the bat most effectively. And people think the Yankees are cheating? And the Yankees put out this information because they're not apologizing for it. And then after the game, MLB puts out a statement and says, yeah, this is legal. Like, this is not a problem. This is not cheating. McGill from the Brewers said, oh, whatever, MLB is not going to say anything because they're the Yankees, which is bullshit because the MLBPA approved this. And other people around the league are using the same kind of style bat. We've seen Ryan Jeffers using that bat for the
Nick Horner too.
And Nico Horner using it as well. Like, just some people are using the bat, and I don't understand what the problem in the discourse is. I think it's just a lot of people that don't know what they don't know. I think it looks a lot like a fungo bat, so it looks illegal, and it doesn't look like a traditional bat, but yeah.
I mean, MLB came out, league spokesperson says shape of New York's custom bats doesn't violate rules. So if you want to say they're cheating or whatever, bro, just get more mad at your team for not taking advantage of this new technology because it's legal. Everybody could use it. And not every player is going to use that bat.
Very true.
Like Judge.
Very
Judge.
true. Judge doesn't use it. Bellinger does. He elected to want to use it.
Yeah.
Jazz uses it as well. Some people don't. So it depends on your level of comfortability. Again.
Yeah. And just inform yourself. Do research before you start sounding like Trevor Miguel from the Brewers. Which
is weird because the players approve that. Which is so strange.
This is cool. I think it's terrible. We'll see what the data says. I've never seen anything like it before. I feel like it's something used in a slow pitch softball. It's genius. Put the mass all in one spot. It might be Bush League. It might not be. But it's the Yankees, so they'll let it slide. And that's why you got swept. Because you need to inform yourself to not look stupid and dumb.
Yeah, you can't call it Bush League, Pop. Like, it's not Bush League if... let's just swing. Bro, back then,
they didn't want me.
No. Like, let's go all the way back to Babe Ruth's time. They usually just cut like a tree off and shit and say, all right, well, this is the bat. Like, Babe Ruth would swing a heavy ass bat, and like the players today would be like, I could never swing that bat. But if you tell Babe Ruth, Babe Ruth would be like, well, I bet you can't hit with mine. And they're like, you're right. I don't want to. I got this.
I got this bat.
This bat is more tailored to me. So there's nothing wrong with tailoring a bat to your specific swing path. Not everybody has the same swing. Not everybody has the same path. And even Jazz and Bellinger, for example, they're using this style torpedo bat. It's not distributed the same way for both of them. So for Jazz, it's distributed more for his swing. For Bellinger is distributed for his swing. So there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just a lot of nothing and a lot of people upset about it. Now, a question, Chris. If this did come out and let's just say it's not the Yankees. Mm-hmm. Let's just say it's the Astros that are doing this.
Jesus.
Are you feeling the same?
No. No. I'm feeling the same.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm not because of their previous history.
Well, I mean, the previous, yeah, definitely.
I think initially I'll be like, yo, what the fuck, are they cheating again?
Absolutely. I'll be like, yo, what the hell? Initially. But then the thing is with informing yourself.
I curse, my bad.
And what? What happened?
No, I curse. So I had to do a...
Oh, no, but this is the thing about informing yourself and getting the information. If I get mad as soon as I see, oh yeah, they just scored 20 runs on us, and then you find out, then you hear the story about the bat. Yeah, you get a little tight, but then you see the notification about the MLB. Yeah, it's legal. Then I'm gonna get my stress and my displeasement is gonna go to the Yankees. Like, yo, it's gonna go to the Yankees. It's like, yo, bro, like, why you're not taking advantage of this technology instead of getting on a podcast chat and blaming another team for cheating, Jules?
Now
that Mets fan.
The other part of the argument, you know what the other part of the argument is? Yankee fans saying, why would you release this information now? Like, why don't you keep it secret? Like, why the hell would you tell Michael K or whatever it is? And I was thinking that for a second, and then I was talking to John Boy, and he said, you know, it would look a lot worse if the Yankees went on to hit mad homers. And then at the end of the year, it came out that they were using new style bats, Torpedo. I think that would be different versus second game of the season, hey, we're using these, and we're like just straight up open about it. I think people eventually will receive it like it's whatever, like, oh, it's legal, versus if it would have been like toward the end of the year, Chris, and the Yankees had this crazy offensive year, people would be crazy up in arms about it.
It depends. It depends because look, somebody on Twitter, Cubby's Crib. I'm not a Cubs fan, but they put this out here. Everyone thinking the Yankees started a trend with the Torpedo bats yesterday. Cubs Nico Horner swung one in the first two games in Arizona Thursday and Friday. So it's like, yeah, you know, they might. Let's just say they did save it to the end of the season, but there's other players, other teams that are already taking advantage of it. It's just not in the open, you know what I mean? So, again, we just got to wait. You know, I understand, you know, instant reaction, instant all of that stuff, but get all the information. Now, if you get the information and you still want to be, you know, a doofy, then that's just the route you chose to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know, man. But not illegal. It is legal. Yeah. Call your representatives and your
local state official.
Your local state officials and scream at them.
Jules said, I'm going to go steal this bat and give it to Soto. They should probably take it up to Boston and give it to Devers. Right. Devers has struck out like forever.
Yeah, give it to Devers.
I don't know what's going on with that. I have him on like one of my fantasy teams, and he's just been horrendous.
They switch him to DH. There was a picture that they took of him.
The whole dugout
after it.
Yeah,
and he's there by himself. So I was telling Red Sox fans, if you listen to me, hey man, listen man, let's talk trades, B.
Man, if you want to give up on them, facts.
You know what I mean? You take half of the contract. You know what I mean? Let's talk, B. Because
pay 3/4 of the contract.
Hey, listen, man, y'all promising third base.
Anything else on these Torpedo bats, guys? I don't know. I think I'm done with it. And it's nothing else, unless something else comes up. But like, it's just interesting to talk about because it looks different. It does look like some people said it looks
like a bowling pin.
Somebody said an uncircumcised bat. Oh my God! What?
That was crazy.
Anyway, the next thing on Dugout.
But listen, you still gotta catch up to the ball.
You still gotta hit the ball. Yeah.
You still gotta hit the ball. You know what I mean?
Next up on Dugout Debates is Boone's lineups. Some people, I'm at the point where I'm not questioning it anymore, dog. Mm-hmm. Like, he got his lineups out there. Yeah, we have. It's Goldschmidt. You got Wells. What are you doing? You need speed at the top of the lineup. You know what I said? Before the season started, I think I tweeted to somebody. I said, how fast do you really need to run on homers?
I saw that.
Like, if they homer, why do you care? And if it's in front of Judge, they're not going to want to be sending and running people anyway. So why not put high on base, high power people at the top of the lineup? I mean, you've seen the Phillies do it with Schwarber, and he like demoralizes people at the beginning of games.
Not just that, because then you got to face Harper. Then you know what I mean. You got to face that tough lineup after getting smacked by Schwarber. So
yes, indeed,
that's what's been happening here, man.
Do you like the lineups? How he did that?
It was strange to me. I'm like, damn, you're changing the lineup already, like after the first game.
And then the third game against the left. So you're thinking, okay, second game against the lefty, they put Paul Goldschmidt. First game against a righty, they put Wells. You're thinking, oh, that's what they're gonna do. Boone says, psych, and he puts Paul Goldschmidt up top against a lefty. I mean against a righty. And I'm like, okay.
And then
here we are.
And then Bellinger. And then we got Judge third. You know what I mean? And then was it Jazz? Yeah, Jazz fourth. Listen, it worked out. It worked out at the end of the day. So you really can't say anything. If there comes a day that a lineup is up and they don't score any runs, which is probably going to happen.
It is going to happen.
Here, yelling and screaming and getting tight. But so far so good.
Muhammad just brought up a good point. He says Savali apparently has reverse splits. So basically, he's a righty that pitches like a lefty.
Oh,
which sounds weird, but
hey, listen,
you get the drift. You guys gotta get what I'm putting. You guys gotta pick up what I'm putting down. All right.
Why you put it down? Just hand it to me. Give it to me.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else on the lineups? I think we're good.
Not specifically to the lineup, but Jason Dominguez. You know, obviously a lot of conversation about the prospect.
Pain and gains, Chris. Pain and gains. Pinstripe pain and gains is our next section, and let's talk about. You want to talk about the pains first?
Let's talk about the pains.
5 errors suck in this series.
You think it was more mental?
The 5 errors in the game?
Like trying to rush it. You know what
I mean? This is what I told myself, right? Now, this is a lie. But I told myself that the Yankees were hitting so much that they were just like, we could just do anything and win. That's what I told myself. Because I don't want this team to be what it was last year, like that 5th inning. I don't want that defensive last. And I already feel a lot more secure up the middle with Volpe and Jazz. Like, Jazz got to a ball. When was it? The first game, like in the second baseman hole, that I'm like, oh shit, that looks good. And like a lot of range, you know, like it feels way more athletic up the middle. And I'm happy about that. Now
even Bellinger today in that over the shoulder catch.
Yes. So the outfield feels good. Now third base is still an issue. I think if you play Oswaldo there, you're fine. I think if you play Peraza there, you're fine. I think Pablo Reyes is not. I think a lot of the issues that we've seen in the errors and stuff like that, we got a lot from him. We had a lot of misplays in the game. I didn't like that, but let's just throw that up to one game before we make it something. Jason Dominguez is something where it's a storyline until it's not. And people for a while, they want to harp on it. And they did this with, remember, they did this with, Michael K was mentioning it, they did this with Gary Sanchez, where he ended up having a few pass balls and then immediately labeled him a bad defender. And they got in his head and it changed Gary Sanchez forever. So it's that part of it sucks. I don't want that. I don't want them to do that. I don't want people to do, because sometimes, I'll be honest, Yankee fans can be toxic, Chris. I don't want them to like label Jason Dominguez yet. He's still young, and like he has some misplayed balls in left field. Yeah, there was that fly ball today that almost popped out of his glove. And sometimes he like feels stuff, and it feels like he's like walking on eggshells. But we need him to get comfortable. But you mentioned that you didn't like something that the Yankees were doing with Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, let me know if I'm off.
Okay,
But
okay.
Chris
No, go
Kershner,
ahead. Speak your life. Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
speak your truth with the correa right behind your back.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Yeah.
Chris Kershner tweeted out, at least publicly, the Yankees say they trust Dominguez in left
Mhm.
field and think he's good defensively. So far, subbed late for defense in game 1, DH in game 2, subbed late for defense in game 3. So are they basically telling him, hey man, you're a little shaky still, so we're gonna take you out here in the later innings? Or what do you think it's happening here?
I don't have a problem in doing that. I think that what they want to do is that they want to reinforce a lot of positive vibes with him. I think that them taking them out, one, it's a good formula to win, right? Two, we don't want one in Yankee Stadium for him to misplay a ball in the outfield late in the game and it leads to a loss, and then he's kind of down on himself because of that. Because then you start feeling like it's a roller coaster. Your mindset is a certain way, right? And I know you'd be like, oh, you're trying to baby him. And it's like, no, I do think he's still a rookie, bro. Like, he's still a rookie. So it's good to reinforce positive things versus negative things, right? So reinforce the positive and then just work on that. And then eventually you don't have to worry about that anymore, and you could just go ahead and do it. Like if negative things happen, then he's gonna start thinking negative. And I get it. Negativity is part of the game, but the Yankees look at this as a way of like, hey, we're just trying to get Trent in too. We're trying to get Belly some time in left field as well. And when the Yankees have Grisham and Bellinger and they have Judge out there, the outfield feels covered.
That.
It feels good. It doesn't feel like a drop off at all.
And I like that he gets his hits too. What's his name?
Right.
Grisham. I like that he gets his hits too as well. So
right.
Not a complete zero.
It's also a way of keeping Jason hungry, because you can tell he could be like, I want to stay here the whole game. I want to keep working at it to the point where they don't want to take me out of left field. Like that should be his thing, where he says, let's do that. Or I want to play so good that they move me to center and they move Bellinger to left. Like, I don't know, whatever they want to do. I think that's on him. I think he has to work on that. And then I think he'll be good, and he has to hit. We want him to hit. And I thought he had a good day at the plate. When was it? Yesterday for game 2. For game 3, he didn't, but take your walks. Take your walks. Just take your walks, get your hits, and then we know he has the bat speed, Chris, but I think it's about kind of bringing him along.
I like that. I like that because at the end of the day, he started all 3 games. So
reinforce the positivity.
Yeah, man. You'll get it. And I like what you said about him staying hungry and wanting to stay for the full game. So listen, we just have a lot of different history with previously with prospects. You mentioned Sanchez, Jabba was one of them as well. That was a weird thing that was happening. So they know what they're doing now, I guess.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. Well, that's good. I mean, I don't have. This is part of the. If you want to have prospects, you need to understand. You got to be patient with them. And
because even with Peraza, there's some weird shit too, man. Like,
listen, if the Yankees can be patient with Volpe's bat, and now hopefully his bat has now caught up to his defense. If they can be patient with his bat doing what it was, then they can be patient with Jason Dominguez's defense, right? And if it takes this process to do it, it is what it is. So like, whatever. What other things were pains? Do you think that free pitch bad?
I think his stat line would have looked a lot different if some of those
errors, right? Throwing over the first.
Yeah, he would have been like at least into the 5th, well, into the 6th maybe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if it was clean. Let me see. Goon Collector's talking about Oswald Cabrera, that he's an actual problem. He had a hit today.
Oswaldo, yeah,
he had a hit today.
He had a hit today. I want him to be a factor. I want him and Peraza to be a factor, man. I want them both to be factors. So
me too.
Yeah, I think as far as gains for the Yankees, things that went well, low key, the pen. I know Devin Williams. I think Devin Williams had the stuff, and then the pitch tipping and stuff like that. I understand, and people were talking about that. I think there was a lot of emotions for him. His first time in Pinstripes, it's opening day. He's going up against his old team that traded him away. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on for him. Get that under your belt. Everybody else had a really good, except for Carrasco, which he's supposed to be a starter, but everybody else out of the pen I thought was really good. Tim Hill looked awesome today.
I think they wanted to get Cookie in there because they're going to skip the fifth pitcher because of the rest days in between. So they wanted to get him some reps in there, some pitches in there for him. But yeah, he did not look so good. But again, let's see what he does next time around. Tim Hill, he was nails. Tim Hill. Leiter Jr. was nails as well. He looked pumped. Yeah, man, the bullpen is all right. I'm not worried about the bullpen, man.
I thought they were good, and obviously the offense was great. So that was 100% a gain. Chris, I want to do something real quick with you because this is Dave Sims. This is Dave Sims first, and I just want to do like a couple
sounds of the game, man. Sounds of the
game, real quick,
Dave
right?
Sims.
Dave Sims. I want you to tell me which one of his calls was the best call, right? And we'll try to get some Michael K.
Number one. What game is this?
Peralta from the third base side of the rubber 2-0. Pitch swung on high drive right field. Line drive going back and reaching up. It is gone. A home run for Austin Wells, and what a start to the 2025 season for the New York Yankees. Hey now! 1-1 pitch, jammed him. Hits it to right field. That's a good jump shot. It's on the track. Looking up. It's gone. Oh my goodness! Off the middle of the bat, Anthony Volpe muscles one out, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead.
That's game one. All right? Now, Susan Waldman kind of went crazy because,
but a little closer to the mic.
But both have been on. Oh, look at this by Joez, deep to right center field. That's out of here. Another. Hey now for the Yankees. They're killing Milwaukee. It's 13-3.
You're not going to know what to do with this. Your old team didn't score 13 runs in a month.
Don't rub it in. Be nice.
Welcome to the New York Yankees, Dave Sims.
First of all, I want to say with Dave Sims, his thing is he says, "Hey now." Susan was funny there. They do have him calling all 9 homers, which is insane.
Yeah, he sounded tired after that.
He said, "Oh boy."
My man was tired, dude. I saw somebody say that I think the Mariners didn't get 9 home runs until game 13.
Yeah. So this is his call today with Judge.
3-2 to Judge. Bellinger running first. He holds. Here's a pitch. Swing on drive to deep left. Say goodbye. Oh, baby. Oh, way back in the front section of the bleachers in left field. I mean, there was no dramatic to that thing. Got crushed.
Which one was the best call? I think I like the one where Susan ended up saying. That's number one. I think that the Volpe one is number 2 for me.
Hey now.
The Wells one is number 3, and then that Judge one that we just named was number 4. I don't have all of them here, but. Yeah, I got some of them, and there was mad home runs, so that was good. I'm going with the Susan one as number 1. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Susan one.
Okay.
Because I like Susan getting spicy in there.
That's fine. You want to give out an award?
Awards. I thought we were gonna skip this series, but yeah, it's kind of tough to ignore it. there's a lot you can't really go wrong.
Pinstripe strong performer.
Pinstripe strong performer. I think you go. I think you go first with home.
Oh yeah, we're starting. Okay. I'm going with Judge. I mean, you get four homers in a series, opening series, and he destroyed as much as he did. I think Aaron Judge deserves what he got. Pinstripe strong performer of the series.
Give it a Jazz, man.
I like that. The Jazz pick is awesome.
I'm gonna give it a Jazz, man. He went quiet in the first game, but he definitely made some noise.
He's definitely been farming aura. So then that's good.
Saxophone lifestyle.
So you like that? I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
two
man.
good picks. Two good picks.
Jazz House.
Jazz House. Good stuff. Those are our performers of the series, guys. Thank you guys so much. I mean, the next series right now, if you want to preview the next series, is the Arizona Diamondbacks. A lot of people are picking the Arizona Diamondbacks to make the World Series, by the way, at least to be in the NLCS. So this is a very good team. They hit, they run. They have very good pitching as well. They signed Corbin Burnes this offseason. So we'll be getting our first looks at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Did they win their series against
do they play later?
They're losing right now against the Cubs. They're losing.
The Cubs is another team.
Cubs are low-key good. They lost yesterday. Oh wow, they won the first game 8-1. They lost yesterday, and they're losing today. They're in the top of the 8th inning, losing 6-2. So they're currently losing right now. I mean, if you want to name players to watch for on the team when it comes to the D-backs, man, Ketel Marte is a problem. And he's batting .375 right now, so he's not the reason that they're losing. Moreno is a catcher. He's an offensive catcher that they have. Pavin Smith is a guy. I have him on my fantasy team. He's a guy to be able to watch out for. And, of course, they have pitching. Are we going – I think we're seeing Corbin Burnes. We are seeing Corbin Burnes in this series, so watch out for that. Got a good bullpen as well, so let's go. Well, I do expect the Yankees to win this series. We are at home. Got an off day on Monday, and then you have what?
I think you.
Then you have.
I saw it too.
Who's after?
Let me see.
After Arizona.
Arizona, we are facing, if the chat got it before me, let me know. But I think we're facing, let me see, April 3rd. Then we face them to the 3rd, the 4th. Who we got? We got the Pirates.
Ooh, Pirates. Okay. So,
at Pittsburgh.
Ooh, shit.
Wow, that's a fly.
Shit, man. I think it's too short notice for me to try to swing that trip. I think Jamal was asking about it.
Yeah, he was asking too.
He was. Damn it. Nonetheless, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us here today, man. We appreciate you guys. Love talking Yankee ball. Let us know, do you guys like this new format? I kind of low-key love it. Chris and I are here. We want to do a fan segment section or whatever where you guys send questions or voicemails or whatnot. We do it in the middle of the episode. That would be awesome to do. I do have to activate the voicemail app. Live calls would be awesome too, but sometimes that's hard to figure out. Anyway, we will see you guys later. We're on the clock. Yankees, off day on Monday. See you guys on Thursday for Pinstripe Strong.